The death is announced of Patrick Jean Jacques, also known as Pato, Ricky or Ricky Tiki of Black Bay, Vieux Fort, who passed away at his residence at 11:15 a.m. on Sunday, 26 October 2014. He was 92 years old. He was predeceased by his children, Yvonne Francisca Pascal and Anthony Alibaba Edwards. He is survived by his friend and partner, Rachel Uriel Phillip of Black Bay, Vieux Fort. His children, Jones Francis Jacques, residing in England, and Jennifer Thomas, Mary Paula Londono, and husband David, all residing in the U.S. Grandchildren, Vanessa Rachel Jean Jacques, Joshua Jerome Jean Jacques, Elijah Jean Jacques, Nubiana and her twin, Nunik Azikiwe Jean Jacques, all of England, Reed Kaysen Thomas, Maricia Teresa Thomas, both of New York, USA, Tonia Angelina Katharina Pascal, Trudy Francisca Melina Pascal, Rachel R. Anthony Pascal, all of England, Zoe Londono, Alejandro Londono, both of the USA, Isaiah Jean-Baptiste and family, Job Jean-Baptiste and family, Jacob Jean Jacques, Jalen Jean-Baptiste and family, Eli White, all of Bruceville, Vieux Fort, great-grandchildren, Nazarene Sakaya Thomas, Zahila Cassinia Thomas, Sabina Brill Zafran Thomas, all of New York, USA, Renee and Malaya Jean Jacques, both of London. Also left to mourn, Felicia Charles, the Jean Jacques family, the Plummer family, the Joseph family, the Charles family, the Edgar family, all of Delsage Wazelle, Mr. and Mrs. Amelia Maffray of Black Bay, Mr. and Mrs. Paris and family of London, Aletta Maffray and family of London, the Dorsey family of Peckham, London, the Cherubin Polier family of Vieux Fort, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph of London, Eden Joseph and family of London, Lorna Joseph and family of London, Pamela Dixon and family of London, Mr. John Charles and family of Saltibus, Mrs. Muriel Jean-Paul and family of Camberwell, London, Stella and Gloria Maffray and families of London, Mr. and Mrs. Innocent and family of London, Mr. and Mrs. Sandra Evans and family of London, Bertram Henry and family of London, Bernadette Alodia and Ricky Narain and family residing in Canada, Mrs. Marie Therese Fontalio and family in Vieux Fort and Castries, Marie Fontenelle of Valerie Road, Upper Collymore, Barbados, Mrs. Dorothy Joseph and family of East London, Mrs. Franchise Adonis and family of Piro, Mr. and Mrs. Veronique Phyllis Montrose and family of Black Bay, the Fontenelle family of Zabo and Castries, Agnes Nestor and family of Peckham, London, the Flood family of Deriso and London, Mrs. Lindy Elva and family of Mount Cayenne, the James family, special friends Mrs. Cecile Maggie Joyeux and family of Black Bay, Mrs. Mayer and family of Black Bay, Mr. and Mrs. Morgan and family of Catford, London, the Brandford family of Mondador Castries, Mrs. Agatha Charles and family of Groseley, Mr. George Joseph of Chambers Walk, London, Mrs. Frances Charles of King Arthur Close, London, Mr. Da Costa Hunt of South East London, Mrs. Elizabeth Charles of Fleming Road, London, Mary Savory of Pierrot, Mrs. Annie Savory of Pomeroy Street, New Cross, London, Elsa Johnson of Black Bay, Mr. and Mrs. Elias of Black Bay, Mrs. Mona Wells of Kirkstead Court, Mandeville Street, London, Mr. Valence Victor and family of Blossom Road, Black Bay, Chin Chin and family of Larry Shoes, Vieux Fort. The funeral service of the late Patrick Jean Jacques, better known as Pato of Black Bay, will be held on Friday, 7th November 2014 at Our Lady of the Assumption Roman Catholic Church in Beaufort at 2:45 p.m. And then the body will be laid to rest at the Michael O'Brien Private Cemetery, Latony, Beaufort. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, Beaufort. May he rest in peace.